Yes, you received that job offer, everything looks perfect. You're about to pop that champagne bottle, and then, they took the job offer away? What? Can they do that? Huh? Well, yes, they can. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the reasons, very rare, but it happens, why companies rescind a job offer, what you need to know so that this never ever happens to you. Coming right up. Hey Supercharger, welcome. My name is Sonal Bahl, former HR director with 18 years of international corporate experience and career strategist. And in this channel, I share practical tips to help you to stand out so you get that job you deserve, that promotion, and lead a richer, happier, and more purposeful life. If that is what you're after, you gotta subscribe, you gotta hit that bell icon, and now let's dive in. Now, rescinding an offer is a dirty little thing that not many people talk about, but it's one of those things that happens. Like, it happens, right? I have to say, though, it's very, very rare, but there are typically a few reasons why a company would decide to rescind an offer. Number one, a global pandemic, a recession, anything that has changed the financial outcomes or the future sort of outlook for the company, and they may decide, yeah, we're not going to grow this way, we're going to reorganize, and the position they had thought about getting you on for has suddenly been made redundant. This stuff happens. Another reason why a company may decide to rescind an offer is the negative result after a background check. So some companies are very particular about getting a thorough screening done. And if something in the background check is suspicious, or a referral, a reference test came out negatively, then it's the end of the chapter right there. The third reason is erratic behavior by the job candidate. Yes, I have seen this happen. Again, it's rare, but I've seen it happen. So let's say, you're speaking with people in the company, everything's going great. And suddenly towards the end, especially towards salary negotiation, I can tell you this has happened, where suddenly, like the person's style is more combative, more difficult. They look like they're seeing red everywhere, and it's only about like one thing or the money. And this is not how they were during the rest of the screening process. This can, as you can imagine, worry the organization. Or for that matter, hey, you're making me move countries, sure, but I want this. And the request that they demand comes right out of the blue, and people in the company are like, hey, if it's already like this and we're working with him to come to an agreement, what is it going to be like when the person is on our team? Like, this is not fun. And in that moment, they might decide, you know what, it's actually less stressful for us to have a person like that on the team, and we will go to our second best candidate. Ugh, it's ugly, but I've seen that happen. And the fourth reason that a company may decide to rescind the offer, honestly, nobody knows. I have to say this. This one I want to leave out open. I have seen people who do everything by the book, very correctly, very thoroughly, properly prepared, and yet the company, decided, and you want to find out why, and they don't tell you why. So, a woman might say, I tried to negotiate my salary, but they didn't like it. They're not used to women negotiating. Oh, that's awful. But you know what? I think if that happens to you and you don't really know why, I think you might have dodged a bullet. They don't state why they took the offer away. Sometimes it's nepotism. So the CEO has a friend or a cousin or a nephew. Yeah, not pretty, but maybe it's in your own benefit to not work in a company like that. So are there some things you can do to prevent this from ever happening to you? Yes. Number one, you've got to be very thorough. So thorough in preparing people that you're meeting, all your materials. When you get the contract, give it a proper reading so you are less caught by surprise. The other thing as well is stay in touch throughout that process. It's not over till it's over. And for me, it's not over just when you have signed the contract. For me, it's over when you have joined the company within a week or so. I think for me, that is the best time to pop the champagne bottle because it feels like it's a bit more official. It's like getting engaged versus getting married. The other thing to be thorough about is reading up. And Glassdoor, I always look at it with a pinch of salt, right? You'll have some very angry people on Glassdoor when they left, and they left with a bad taste in their mouth. I would say look at it in a balanced way. And that will give you a pretty good idea. Is there one manager, for example, that person's name keeps coming up? Is that somebody you're going to be working with? You want to be careful because you're going to have choices. And just because you have an offer doesn't mean you have to take it. Of course, you have bills to pay, but at the end of the day, it's really, really important to get in for the right reasons. So I'd like to ask you actually, because this is one of those subjects that's kind of a stigma and not really talked about publicly. Has this ever happened to you that you got an offer and then suddenly the offer was taken away? Could you share, what you did about it, your lessons, maybe one lesson from this experience? Put it in the comments. I'd love to know. To get more such career tips which are less talked about publicly, you've got to sign up to my email list because I share my favorite career strategies only on email. And you see that little circle with my face on it? That means you got to subscribe to my channel so you do not miss another video. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, keep supercharging. You got this.